Hello everyone. In this video, we are addressing a critical state isolation ticket on Develow.com. The application's cart API is designed to manage unique customer sessions using the xcart ID HTTP header. However, the store layer is currently ignoring this header, causing all global users to share a single, monolithic cart. We're going to open up the Develow IDE, use the DVLAI chat to trace the session lifecycle and completely isolate the cart state. To resolve this efficiently, we'll use the DVLAI chat to map out how data flows through the application. This is a key skill interviewers evaluate on Develow. We begin our discovery phase by asking the AI. First, let's find the data models. How is the cart state currently being structured globally? DVL highlights that the state initializes a single global array. Next, we follow up by asking, where are the API routes and how do they pass the xcart ID header down to the store functions? This traces the header's path from the request straight into our controller layer. Finally, we prompt, what do the tests look like in tests/cart-isolation.test.js? Now we have a precise breakdown of the requirements needed to pass the validation suite. The architecture requires complete isolation between user sessions. Instead of a single shared array where everyone's items are mixed together, our store needs to handle multi-tenant state. We must introduce a keyed lookup structure so that each unique cart ID receives its own independent bucket of items that persists and accumulates safely across successive API calls. Let's implement the solution inside API/src/store.js. First, we refactor the fresh state function. We remove the global items array and replace it with a JavaScript map called carts. A map is the ideal data structure here, allowing us to perform high-performance lookups using the cart ID as our unique key. Next, we introduce a helper function called bucket open parenthesis, cart ID, close parenthesis. This function checks our carts map. If the specific ID doesn't exist yet, it instantiates a fresh, empty array for that session. It then returns that localized array. Now we update our core operations. In getCart, instead of returning a global list, we pass the session's specific bucket into our snapshot function. Inside addItem, we intercept the incoming item payload, look up the correct isolated session array using our helper, and run our item matching and pushing operations strictly within that user's private bucket. This completely isolates the data boundaries. With our changes saved, we open the terminal directly inside the Develow IDE and trigger our automated test using Docker. The test container executes, and all session isolation assertions return green. Isolating state using session headers is a fundamental back-end engineering pattern. By leveraging the DVLAI chat to quickly break down data layouts and API paths, we were able to surgically apply a multi-tenant map solution. This ticket is resolved and ready for production. Bye for now and see you in the next code challenge.